What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Fringe. Well, it's no surprise, especially in politics. Politicians are breaking rules. I don't know what world we're living in, but does this sound familiar to you guys? Is this something that's completely out of left field? I mean, I never thought in a million years politicians would break the rules, but here we are, especially in Alberta. As woke, failed mess Naheed Nenshi, or as I call him, Nenshit, who's running for premier, the premier seat in the next provincial election, well, he's been busted, causing some problems. And of course, it doesn't surprise me. Again, this guy, if you don't know about Naheed Nenshi, if you're watching from somewhere outside of the country or on the other end of the country, Nenshi was a woke failed mess in Calgary. He was the mayor of Calgary for quite some time. And in fact, in his tenure during the pandemic, he actually said that anybody protesting mandates or lockdowns were, quote, white nationalists who did not deserve to eat. This is the premise of a man who came out essentially to make change and bring in the energy to Calgary. He left Calgary in a complete ruined mess, to the tune of putting in bike lanes rather than putting through inspections on water main pipes that, of course, have now broken, to which our city has dropped the ball in terms of their response and have now resulted in mandates. Nenshi also having connections to the World Economic Forum. Again, I'll remind everybody, as far back as 2011, well, now he's been caught kind of sandbagging his way into the leadership race. As this article comes out from the Edmonton Journal that the NDP have broke election finance rules during the leadership race as Elections Alberta. The Alberta New Democrat Party broke election finance rules during its leadership campaign earlier this year, according to Elections Alberta investigation, prompted by a complaint from the governing United Conservative Party. So again, Danielle Smith's people coming out saying, something doesn't smell right here. You should probably take a look. In February, the UCP wrote to Elections Alberta alleging the NDP were breaching Section 25, Subsection 1 of the Election Finances and Contributions Disclosure Act, which states an annual membership fee is not to be considered a contribution. In the complaint, the UCP alleged that the NDP's membership forms illegally equated party membership fees with contributions. It also claimed that part of the NDP constitution that stated any donation to the party over $10 is deemed a valid membership renewal broke election rules. So again, the NDP do this to prop up their spending during their leadership races by essentially giving out free memberships. It's kind of like one of those deals where somebody says, I can't sell you this item or I'll sell you this car legally for $1 rather than give it to you for free. That's essentially what the NDP is doing, is they're giving out memberships and saying that your $10 fee to get your party membership is actually a donation to the party. Based on the facts and circumstances in this case, I am of the view, that the NDP was not in compliance. Paula Hale wrote, who is the election commissioner, specifically in circumstances where memberships were being renewed as the result of an individual making a contribution in a subsequent year. Hale's letter added the NDP entered into a compliance agreement with Elections Alberta regarding its membership process to ensure continued compliance with the legislation. Compliance agreements are set out in both the EFCDA and Election Act and typically contain terms and conditions that must be met to ensure those pieces of legislation are followed in the future. Breaking a compliance agreement, now this is where we get into it, can result in a fine of up to $5,000. So a guy like Naheed Nenshi, who has a lot of support within, again, the Muslim community, this guy, of course, pumped up his accounts because he's popular with that group, with that demographic. $5,000 is a drop in the bucket. I think that if you're caught breaking rules, you should be told to stand down. Your leadership is invalid. They should do another race, legitimately. Elections Alberta did not comment on investigations, but lists details of the July 31st compliance agreement on its website. Those include using a membership form that does not use the word donation and having contribution and membership fees treated distinctly. When an Alberta NDP member makes a contribution in a subsequent membership year, the party will not automatically renew the person's membership, it read, noting the NDP has taken corrective action. If the party membership is being continued, the contribution receipt should not include the membership fee. So again, they're taking $10 donations but giving out memberships for no price, for no cost. In a statement, the UCP accused the NDP of misleading donors who were involuntarily signed up as party members. They've been inflating both their membership and donation numbers, making it impossible to trust any of their claims about actual figures. The NDP's leadership race ran from February to June, and it resulted in an overwhelming victory for former Calgary Mayor Naheed Nenshi, with more than 86% of the vote, which the party claimed at the time represented the highest number of votes received by any provincial party leader in Canadian history. Well, again, you're giving out memberships on donations, so of course you're getting 86% of the vote. You're fixing, it's rigged. Do you ever remember Donald Trump? It's rigged. It's all rigged. It is rigged. This is rigged. In February, the NDP dismissed the UCP's allegation as clearly a spurious complaint. In a statement on Wednesday, NDP Provincial Secretary Garrett Spillici said that the party appreciated the clarity on how the EFCDA is to be interpreted. So yeah, thanks for slapping us on the wrist. We appreciate you pointing out this fact, but we still did it. This is the one thing I hate about government is that they are allowed to break rules with no consequence. They sit there and chuckle. They flaunt it in front of you and say, "Hey, we're gonna break every law, every rule. We'll pay our silly little $5,000 fine, and we'll keep all that money. We'll keep all those fake numbers." They said here that we fully cooperated with the commissioner's investigation, and we accept the compliance agreement completely. The commissioner was impressed upon the party that the unambiguous language to distinguish contributions from membership payments is imperative, and we accept that directive without reservation. The compliance agreement is in effect until July 31st, 2025. So again, slap on the wrist for Naheed Nenshi, $5,000 fine, while again misleading people, pumping up their bank accounts. I'm curious what you guys think about this. I mean, this is a guy who right now, after Danielle Smith's current remarks into how she believes Alberta should grow, have sparred a lot of people to turn and essentially has put Naheed Nenshi in the driver's seat to potentially take the province in the next provincial election, or at least have a fighting chance at this point. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, this man's more corrupt than Justin Trudeau, it seems, on best days. So where we go from here is anybody's guess, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you agree with me that people should be dismissed from their leadership position and be forced to run a proper election or a proper leadership race when these kind of occurrences happen? Or do you believe that $5,000 is a fair penalty in order for them to continue moving forward with everybody's donation monies? Give me your comments down below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps push it out and tell people this is worth listening to, worth watching. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Don't forget, as you're hitting that button, to click your bell for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, my live streaming show every week, where we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, a little bit of back and forth with the community and some quirky stories, as well as hearing what you guys have to say outside of making these videos. I always love that part of it. It's always my favorite part every week. I look forward to it each and every week, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there. Again, that happens every Friday here on the channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and I hope to see you there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one.